There's going to be a domino effect as soon as Rice leaves, if he does leave.
Yeah, but they've said that he is.
I know. But
they kind of conceded that fact, haven't they? I mean, Kevin Nolan was on here and he kind of conceded that fact.
The chairman was on as well, conceding the fact. So I can talk about it now, I think.
Yeah, well, they've said that is highly likely that Declan Rice won't be a West Ham player come the start of next season, right? So this is kind of where I wanted to throw it out. And I wanted to throw it out not just to you, but to everybody that's listening to the programme. 03717 223344. Because you will have seen that Arsenal have been in conversations with Declan Rice for a long period of time. Now, listen, he's a top quality player. He can play in multiple positions. Absolutely mustard.
Yeah.
Manchester City, their name has come into this conversation over the last, 48 hours, 72 hours. This week, Man City's name has been popped up a couple of times. If you're Declan Rice and Man City are legit and they want to bring you to the Etihad, I think it's a no-brainer, isn't it? If you're Declan Rice...
Well, you've got to see two sides of this. Obviously, Arsenal will have a different argument to that, and the Arsenal fans will have a different argument. I feel that the Arsenal fans will expect him to honour his relationship that he's obviously made with Arteta, or maybe because the way Arsenal were going was like they were handshaking. There was like some handshakes saying that we'll come.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs, but if that was the case, but things do move. Things move. Things are not still object in transfer windows. Things are like... I've had friends that go to a club and we're expecting them to sign for that club, and then last minute someone just comes in and tailends them, and then they end up going to another club, you know? And it does seem a little bit strange that it does happen like that, but
if he's let's cut this straight, right? If it's
between the two, and what he's said as well, I want to go to a Champions League side.
There you go. I want to win trophies. That's why he's leaving. With all due respect, if he is to leave West Ham, he wants to play Champions League football, and he wants to be able to compete for that trophy and compete for the league.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You do that at Manchester City.
It's a better chance to do it at Manchester City, and achieve those moments that he's looking for.
Yeah.
But I'd say Arsenal definitely is in potential to be like that as well. So they could actually be that team that can go on to... Because if you judging from them last season, they were brilliant all the way up until the end of last season, obviously, when they fell off because Man City are so brilliant, you know? And so they're at that. What's there to say that they can't sustain that form later on in the league when the crunch time happens with a Declan Rice, and then that might push them on to be what they think they're supposed to be.
Yeah, listen,
you know,
and
they could win the league in that capacity.
Of course, Arsenal are going to be all over him. They need him.
Yeah,
especially if there's loads of conversations this week about Partey maybe not being an Arsenal player at the start of the season. We've heard loads of stuff about Xhaka maybe not being an Arsenal player at the start of the season. All this is not confirmed. These are just rumours that are flying around at the moment. So therefore, they're going to need, and we've all concluded this. Even if those players are still there, they're going to need to add to that midfield. And Declan Rice is absolutely a player that Arsenal...
He adds to any midfield.
Well, this is where I'm going, right, with this. Because if Manchester City are serious about Declan Rice and they make an offer for Declan Rice, not only to the player but to West Ham, and it all gets accepted, and Declan Rice doesn't choose Manchester City, in my opinion, it's because he believes he can't get in the team.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
Because when you actually look at the Manchester,
you've got Rodri,
you look at the Manchester City. Be honest, you've got to be honest about this situation. If you look at that Manchester City midfield as it stands right now, Gundogan's left. All right, they brought in Kovacic. He's going to fill that spot. Declan Rice isn't that style of player to go in there.
But Kovacic is more of a, I would say, more of an attacking type of player. No?
Yeah, but Gundogan was playing that role. He was playing that role as six, carrying the ball from midfield through the lines and making the simple passes. Declan Rice, at the moment, he could be.
So he'll be competing with Rodri.
He ain't getting in. He ain't getting in that team over Rodri. I'm sorry.
So he's got to look at that. He's got to look at that and think, am I actually going to play more being at Arsenal and being the main man there? Or is he going to be the main man if Partey don't leave? Do you know what I mean? Who's better, Partey or Declan Rice?
I think he can compete with Partey.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Given the back end of the season, the way
Partey
the
fell
finished,
off.
yeah,
He fell off a little
absolutely
bit.
fell off. I think he can compete. Absolutely, and compete to be the holding midfielder.
He could do.
Or
Yeah,
midfield
definitely.
player.
No, he's competing with everyone in the world. That's the level of him. Do you know what I mean? He's competing with everyone. Doesn't matter if it's Rodri or anybody.
Should he back himself?
Rodri comes off.
Should he back
form a
himself
little
against
bit.
Rodri?
Yeah,
Should he back himself?
I'd back myself against anyone. Actually, I wouldn't. But if I had his talent, I would. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? You know? You think you're the best and you want to be in the best team, you got to have the best players around you to up your game, because his game will increase in stature. Definitely. Wouldn't you think his game will get better? It will have to get better. He will have to start.
He's working with Pep Guardiola, man.
Yeah, so he'll have to
100%
improve anyway. So where's the best place for you to go? At the same time, you can go somewhere that you're going to be relied upon, as in going to Arsenal, where you're going to be getting, and you can improve under Arteta as well, because he's a great manager too.